Captain Van Dijk was one of the bravest and most feared pirates of the seas. As the captain of the Black Marauder, he had embarked on many dangerous adventures and seized countless treasures. However, now he faced one of the most formidable rivals, Captain Rodrigo. Captain Rodrigo was a ruthless and cunning pirate. Like Van Dijk, Rodrigo had experienced numerous adventures, plundered many ships, and amassed treasures, but fate would bring them face to face. One day, after a storm in the middle of the sea, as Van Dijk and his crew watched the sunrise, a pigeon carrying a message arrived. Van Dijk opened the message, and his eyes sparkled. The message stated that a world-famous pirate ship was docked at Port Town, and that this ship contained an enormous treasure. This ship was the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon was a legendary pirate ship. According to legend, this ship had participated in countless battles, survived massive storms, and carried invaluable treasures. Now, this ship was docked at Port Town, causing great excitement among the pirates. Van Dijk gathered his crew and explained his plan to them. "Crew, the Black Dragon is docked at Port Town. This is a great opportunity for us. However, piracy is forbidden in this port. We must make our plan carefully. Our rival Rodrigo will also want to capture this ship. Be prepared," he said. The crew, under Captain Van Dijk's leadership, began their preparations. The Black Marauder set sail for Port Town. During the journey, Van Dijk and his crew learned that Rodrigo was also sailing towards the same target. This information forced them to be even more vigilant. When they arrived at Port Town, Van Dijk and his crew stepped into the bustling and lively atmosphere of the town. Port Town was like a paradise among pirates. Here, pirates spent their time eating, drinking, and having fun. However, piracy was strictly forbidden in the port, and this rule was known to everyone. Van Dijk and his crew learned where the Black Dragon was docked and began to observe the ship. Van Dijk knew that Rodrigo had also set his sights on the same ship, so he had to be careful. Van Dijk decided to put his plan into action. He divided his crew into two groups. One group would observe the Black Dragon, and the other group would gather information from the other pirates in the town. Van Dijk went to the town's most famous tavern and started talking to the pirates, spending their time there. He tried to gather information about the crew and captain of the Black Dragon. Meanwhile, Rodrigo was implementing a similar plan, and his men were also gathering information in the town. The atmosphere in the town was quite tense. Everyone was talking about the treasures contained in the Black Dragon, and this created great competition among the pirates. Van Dijk and Rodrigo had sensed each other's presence in the town, and both captains knew that a great confrontation was near. Van Dijk held a meeting with his crew and evaluated the information they had gathered. "The Black Dragon has a strong crew. However, we must find a way to capture this ship. Rodrigo is planning the same thing, and this will make our job even more difficult. We must execute our plan carefully," he said. Meanwhile, Rodrigo was also meeting with his crew and developing strategies to thwart Van Dijk's plans. Both captains were making cunning plans to outsmart each other. As night fell, Van Dijk and his crew began to approach the Black Dragon silently. Captain Van Dijk gave orders to his crew, ensuring they climbed aboard the ship quietly. However, at that moment, Rodrigo's men had also started to execute the same plan. On the deck of the Black Dragon, a fierce battle began between the two crews. Van Dijk drew his sword and engaged in a fight with Rodrigo's men. Captain Rodrigo also confronted Van Dijk, and a fierce duel between the two captains ensued. Van Dijk and Rodrigo clashed their swords, fighting to the death on the ship's deck. Their crews were also battling each other. The Black Dragon had turned into a battlefield. The shouts of the crew, the clanging of swords, and the roar of the sea broke the night's silence. Van Dijk was using all his skills to gain the upper hand against Rodrigo. Rodrigo was doing the same, trying to overpower Van Dijk. There was a fierce battle between the two captains, and the winner would capture the Black Dragon and its treasures. In the midst of the battle, Van Dijk and Rodrigo had a momentary pause. Both captains were out of breath, glaring at each other with hostility. Van Dijk said, "Rodrigo, I will take this ship and its treasures. I'm done with you." Rodrigo, laughing, replied, "Van Dijk, I'm surprised to meet someone as ambitious as you. However, I will be the victor of this battle." The two captains clashed their swords again, and the battle continued. Their crews were also fighting each other. The Black Dragon had become the center of this great struggle. After a long and fierce battle, Van Dijk gained the upper hand over Rodrigo. Captain Rodrigo, wounded, collapsed to the ground. Van Dijk pressed his sword to Rodrigo's throat and said, "This battle is over, Rodrigo. The Black Dragon and its treasures are mine." Rodrigo, groaning in pain, said, "You won, Van Dijk. However, this won't be our last battle." Van Dijk threw Rodrigo overboard and captured the Black Dragon. His crew celebrated their victory with great joy. The treasures of the Black Dragon were now in Van Dijk's hands, marking a great triumph for him. Van Dijk turned to his crew and said, "Today, we achieved a great victory. The Black Dragon and its treasures are now ours. This victory shows how strong and determined we are. However, this is just the beginning. Many more adventures and treasures await us. Together, we are unstoppable." The crew cheered enthusiastically, ready for future adventures. The Black Marauder and its brave crew set sail for new adventures, their hearts filled with dreams and promises of the future. Each wave carried them towards new adventures, with mysteries and dangers lurking in the ocean's depths. But Captain Van Dijk and his crew were ready to face any challenge and achieve victory.